Hi guys, this is Troy from Australian Guitar Channel with today's video. Not a lesson video this week, but a lesson about how I put together this little guitar studio here. I've put it together to make YouTube videos, to do some teaching out of, to do some recording out of, and to do some editing out of. And so I thought I'd put together a little how-to, and with a lot of time-lapse footage I recorded in the making of it. All right, so let's get started. Alright, so it's probably best I start with a picture of how the room looked before I moved in. This is the realestate.com picture. So the first thing I had to do was obviously paint the walls. The walls looked like they hadn't been painted in about, I don't know, 10, 15 years. So we just gave it a good crisp white paint. Alright, and then the idea a little later on came to paint this wall here in a feature wall grey style. So initially we painted the whole room white, and then later on decided to create one feature wall to be a kind of a nice grey colour, which I think has turned out well. Then next thing we needed to do was replace the carpet. The carpet before was grotty and old. So I decided on a kind of a light grey colour, seeing as my favourite colours are blue, and I decided to have a grey feature wall. I figured a kind of a very light grey carpet was the best way to go. So that was the next little bit. I did this and my bedroom with a kind of a light grey that you can see. So carpeting one room cost about $900 from Carpet Core. But I should remember before the carpet went in and the painting had been done, what we did was put guitar racks up on the walls. Now this was obviously incredibly important to me just because I use the guitars so much and I wanted to be able to grab them off whenever I needed. So the first thing I did was got some Hercules wood guitar hangers. They're about $22 each, and I bought about 11 of them. Now I have absolutely no handyman skills whatsoever. So what I did was I got my uncle and brother-in-law and cousin to put them together for me. Screw them into a kind of plank of wood, two separate planks of wood. I gave them a photo as reference of how I wanted, and I have got two planks of wood hanging on the wall with four guitar Hercules hangers on each, so the guitars sit equally and look beautiful across the wall. And I've got my Telecaster and my Strats and my Yamaha all sitting on there nicely. You can also see I've got my Gretsch National Dobro style guitar hanging on the other side as well. So not only did I want aesthetically pleasing guitars hanging from the wall, but practically it just made sense when I'm teaching and recording to just be able to go and grab the guitars whenever I wanted. Next up was painting the feature wall grey, as I mentioned before. I'd already put some pictures up on the walls and put the guitar hangers up on the walls. Then just one of my students decided that I should paint a feature wall grey. So then we decided to do that. Well, I did that myself, and I think it's turned out well with a nice dark grey shade from Bunnings. Another cool aesthetic feature I think is these Kmart strip lights that I've got here. All right, these lights can be purchased from just Kmart, $20 for a strip, if you will, and they change colors with this little remote control. You can't see it from here, but I'll put a little photo. I can change the color of these lights from green to blue to orange to different shades of those colors, and they look pretty awesome and add a nice little mood to this room. Next up was the acoustic foam padding that I've got up on the wall behind me. Now it's worth bearing in mind that acoustic foam padding, and I've got some here. All right, these acoustic foam padding, they do not work as a soundproofer, they more absorb sound. Of course, they look fantastic. Now, so what I did with these, I had to get some help for these, is basically I got each piece of foam, 40 mm square. I bought these from DJ City in Melbourne, and it's a case of getting some of the appropriate glue and glue the back of the foam padding onto a piece of cardboard. All right, and then piece by piece, I got some 3M strips from Officeworks, attached the 3M strips to the back of the cardboard and put them up on the wall like you can see in that little time-lapse video that I've created there. All right, so I think eventually I will probably do the whole back wall behind me, but for now I think it just looks good aesthetically, and I will probably need to put some more up when I want to start recording in this room, which I'm not doing just yet. Also, I just wanted a cool little a couple of lamps. I got this one from IKEA, and I got another one that you've seen behind me in my other videos from Beacon Lighting as well. Again, just nice little aesthetic kind of look. Okay, behind me I've got my little FM3 and my mixing desk, which I both use for recording and for making these videos. And I can put my amp, pedals, and my fold-back speaker on the floor there. Lastly, I wanted to mention this cool little guitar-shaped neon sign. I had that made from customneon.com. So all I did was, I've always wanted a neon light kind of look in my studio. I think that they look pretty cool. Basically, all you did was send an email in with your kind of a visual idea of what you're wanting to get. I sent a picture of a Stratocaster guitar, all right, and I specified I want a kind of a blue color because blue fits against the grays that I'm going for in this room. And then they came back to me with that design, and I just basically asked for the kind of particular shade of blue that I wanted. They sent another one back, confirmed, pay, cost me $250, and we put it up last week with a friend of mine. And that pretty much completes the studio of my dreams, all right? So hopefully my videos are gonna be a little more aesthetically pleasing now. I can churn them out a little easier too now that I've just got everything set up, ready to go. All right, that's it guys. I hope you like this video. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe as always, and I'll see you for another lesson next week. Bye.